Good morning, guys. Good morning. By now, you know this is your girl Babette. Yeah, my YouTube channel Babette's Karaoke. BABETS KARAOKE. One word. Babette's Karaoke. Go over there and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, share. Hit the notification bell so you'll get all my videos. This morning I'm gonna tell you about some of my childhood. Yes, I was born in the 70s. Jamaica, Chilani to be precise, and grow up between Chilani and Clarendon. Yes. My mother was a teenager when she got me. I think she was 13 when she pregnant with me, 13. My father was an older man for my mother. My daddy, in today's world, would call him a pedophile. Yes. So, having a daughter at a young age in the country, my mother was living in Clarendon, in Clarendon, but when she got pregnant with me, my grandmother sent her to Chilani to live in the country, to disguise her ID pregnancy because she get pregnant in school. So she sent her to Chilani to, hide out and got the baby there. So I was born when she was probably 14 years old or so. So my grandmother was living down there with her husband. And my grandmother took me from my mother. And my grandmother is a sweet woman, Mama Dali. Nice, treated me well. If that woman did have the world, I would get it. But it wasn't easy for us in the country. It wasn't easy. I did not grow up in an easy life and come see things easy and smooth like some people have it. And that is the reason when I started having my children, I ensured that they got all that I can afford to give them possible. So, growing up in the country was hard, as I said. I can remember the few times when my grandmother cooked chicken. But in those days, as a child, when Mama cooked like chicken back and cabbage, because she was a good cook. Our food always eat off. We always love Mama pot. And she used to cook the big pot of dumpling, yam banana, dasheen, cocoa, pumpkin, all the provision they can find in the country there. My grandmother used to cook. So in my little head, I was thinking of, this life, is not a good life. From early I could detect that. So you eat the chicken back and the cabbage, you eat the callaloo, and but it's not until when I'm big, I'm really grown, and certain lifestyle start to eat me, and we realize I have to stay on certain diet, and so that until when I realized that I found out that what my grandmother was cooking, I was able to find to cook at those times were good food for us, but I didn't know. I didn't realize. I thought it was a poor life. So we used to run to the bush. We used to pick the jackfruit, the orange. We used to eat the cane. And we run to the bush and we climb the breadfruit tree and we roast breadfruit with salt and butter. And we cook yam with salt and butter, and we go plant, we go ground and then go something. And then the lifestyle there, And in those days, if you are doing that, people would look at you as poor. Yes, poor. Never driving a car unless you're sick and going to Christiana to the doctor, or going to Ulcer Spring. You get in the bus. You have to run to school morning, come back for lunch, lunchtime. Sometimes all we get is roast corn or roasted yam. Run back to school after lunch. But those were healthy. Those were healthy lifestyle. Didn't know it was healthy because I thought it was, as I said, poor. You know, I thought it was a poor lifestyle. In the evening, when we coming home, rain a fall, we wait up. We used to get the bulgur and the milk powder. We used to eat it on the road because the little much that we could get wasn't enough. So even though we're not walking and broken down people place, and so whatever we could find to eat, we eat. We grab an orange for people chew. We grab a grapefruit. You know, we grab a tangerine. Them time nobody not kill you now. You can't walk and pick nothing. So it all happened that my grandmother decided say she got try to change her life. So my grandmother started traveling to Clarendon to sell food on the weekends. So she'd bring up the yam and in my community in Clarendon, one man named Mas Willie. My granny used to sit down under the pesa and sell the yam and the banana and the stuff, and she used to sell, and things that to get a little better. But I used to start missing my grandmother because my grandmother leaving me more often, going to the market, and we live in the home with my grandfather, my granny husband, not my biological, my granny husband, his children. That there were 4 boys. And I thought we were brothers at the time because I didn't know the difference. Because I called my granny mama. My mother, I call her by her name Pansy. So we grew up in the home. And we had our upside our dungs. Yes, we had a fighting, we got children fighting and so, but we had a great relationship. We grew up, we sleep on one bed. Yeah? We sleep on one bed, we bungalow up on one end and sleep. And when people talk about molestation, we never get any something from we never family never used to do something. We don't know about the molestation as from a close family like them they. We never know about it because we not even understanding something when people talk about every parents, every children get molested by them brother and it. No. So after my granny started to travel and sell things, I thought it a little better, but my grandmother's husband was uncomfortable with her going to Clarendon to sell and come back, at a later date and so on. And my mother at this time was in Clarendon, so that is the reason why my granny get the opportunity to go up and stay with my mother over the weekends and so. My mother has a baby father, and he took it upon himself to find way to send message letter to my granny husband in Chilani from Clarendon that my granny is having an affair in Clarendon. So my grandfather left us one day and come to Clarendon, beat up my granny bad. And my granny, anyway, my granny come home because she loves her husband and something because she always come home. But in them look at time I can remember, my granny used to get some abuse. I'm not hiding anything. My granny used to get some abuse. I used to watch my granny get knocked with chair and lick in the rain. And while my granny get the lick, she laugh. And in a little self, I say, oh, mama, I get a lick and she laugh. That's how pleasant my granny is. She can't cry, she feel laugh. I like my big man and I said, and I felt it for my granny and sometimes I cry. So one morning, I remember my granny left one letter with somebody and tell me say he didn't tell his children them. And the reason I didn't tell his children, maybe he thought that they were safe because he left with them father. But I was left with his husband, which is my in-law, grandfather-in-law. Or you don't call it, I don't know how you terms it. So she sent me a message and want money with a lady from up there and tell me say she gone. She gonna cry and she can't take her life no more and she gone and she never come back. That was when my life started go downhill. My schooling and everything. I was very brilliant. Very, very brilliant. I come first in all my grades. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6. I can remember a teacher by the name of Miss Fisher. Warsaw, all age. And she used to beat her daughter Sophia Fisher when Sophia get one wrong or two wrong because me always get all right. I would like Sophia, if you're watching this, text me Sophia Fisher. She was one of my childhood friends, but we from me left Chilani until now, never hear from them again. Jocelyn Hewitt is another one I would like to get in contact with those girls. Jocelyn Hewitt and Sophia Fisher, you know. And I don't know, but I think my life take a turn from there. My schooling is not good anymore. Everything start go downhill. My uncle in Chilani, Uncle Clive, was one person who had my interest at art. And he knew that I need help as a girl child. I had a sister too, but she was from a kind of wealthier family, so she was living with her family in the same country, Chilani. So my uncle was in the Seventh-day Church, and the pastor man said want a girl child to bring home to St. Elizabeth to stay with his wife. Do my schooling and they do everything for me. So I went to my uncle had some and he get me, so he take me to the pastor and they love me. They promised to give me schooling. When I reached St. Elizabeth, there were no school. For 2 years I'm there, no school, never seen nobody for me. No mother, no uncle, no granny, nobody. I was like left alone with two strangers. In those days, I have to be walking for miles to bring that pastor man to Magati. For I'm living in the district they call Barton, I think. Barton. So I have to walk miles because no car no run, so I run as a bus or nothing. So I need like a body maybe one car or so in a damn time there. And as a big pastor that man never have no vehicle neither. You know, wife. They were two nice people, but the only thing is they didn't send me to school. And I have to bring out the pastor man, so the pastor man would ride the donkey name was Rhoda. So he would ride the donkey out and have to walk behind him, go straight out miles. And when he take the train, I would ride back Rhoda home. You know, that was fun to ride Rhoda home, come back home. And then I would tie out the donkey and make sure the donkey get water and change over and all of that. Move from one area to the other. That was my responsibility. And I would climb the coconut tree. I have to do that. I have to pick the coconuts, I have to shell them out. I have house duty, you know. I have to draw water from the tank. And all of that. So it wasn't easy for me. So while I'm there and thinking I'm getting a little bit older, I realized I got to make a move. But after a while, my mother come and look for me. She find me. because she said she couldn't find me. She never know how to find me, but she find me and she come and look for me. It was like heaven to me that day when I saw my mother. Yeah, but I thought she would bring me home. She never bring me home. She left me. She left me. And they tell her that she never get me in a school, but at least the month try to get me in a school soon, and it never happened. It never happened. So the pastor left on a Friday, go to church in Kingston on Saturday. Sunday, Pastor McDonald and his wife, Miss McDonald. Hi, morning. Good morning. Okay then. Yes. So it was a real rough journey. Climbing the coconut tree, oxing the coconut, looking after donkey, looking after yard, doing a lot of chores. You know, it was real rough and no school. So I decided to run away. I decided to run away. So you'll get run away in part 2, okay?